Hi, this is our GUI for our software management tool app called TaskShare, and we have our login page right here. We can log in with, and on our dashboard, we have our existing project right here, which is Project Manager, and we also have our panel where you can go back to dashboard and your other projects. So if we go into this project here, you can see all the sections that you have and all the previous tasks that have been there. And you can also add comments on there. And you can also see the comments for the projects here. So it's almost done. There are nested comments. And then you can also keep adding comments. So if we go back to our dashboard, we can add our very own project, do a test project, create that, go into it, and we have our sections to do, doing, done, and we can also do something like we can add a section like archive section and create that. And then we can add our tasks, so we can be like, I don't know, backend something, backend implementation, and then make it a 3 priority and haven't started yet. We can create that task and that will go into the to do. And we can also add a comment for the project. Uh, we can create that. And you can also create comments. And you go back to your test project and you can add more sections, add more comments, add more tasks, and that's about it. You can go back to the dashboard and see there. So if you go here, you can also move your tasks to do, doing, and when you finish them, you can move them to done or your new section archived if you want. And yeah, and now to Matt, he'll run through some of the code.
So one of the more challenging aspects of writing the GUI was getting the modal to appear when you create projects and tasks and things like that. And the way we went about that was obviously through a modal instead of having to navigate to a new page. So what we did was at the root of each page where you can create something, we added a stack pane, and everything that was visible on the page was just inside of its first children element. So then that allowed us to just put the modal on top of everything else in the stack pane and give it like a slightly transparent background with the input stack. And that was mostly done in our controllers. We also had a class with just static methods solely dedicated to creating UI elements. So one other particularly difficult aspects of writing the front end was getting all of the sections and tasks to render. And the way we did that was in this one populate sections method, which is called from the project controller. And it passes the facade, all of the sections of that project, the root stack of the page, and the root hbox for the sections to be placed in. And it loops through each of these sections and creates a new vbox for each section, and loops through all the tasks in each section and does the same for them, and puts them into this root hbox for the the page. And the facade is passed so that you can set up all the action handlers on the buttons. So, for example, if you want to, what is this one? If you want to create a task here, you need your facade to actually create that task, and then you can throw it back into the stack. So that's a rough overview of what's going on here. A lot of the methods are pretty long and ugly, but had to make do with what we had in Java. So that's that.